Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record weekly review special for week 24 of the Gaming Decathlon competition. This week I brought in 2,755 points, second best all time, second to last week's score, which is the best round of 28.99. We had one game reset, that score dropped by 265 points. We recovered a good amount of those points, but not enough to better last week's score. Current virtual best does rise, though, to 3,495, and the all-time virtual best now at 5,425 with a small increase there. And of course, that one's not going anywhere very fast with only 3 games sitting inside the all-time top 10. Looking at the 10 games individually, Imperator Rome, now a couple months into that playthrough at 135 points, stabilized some things this week, so not a lot of rapid progress, but we did see some expansion again. Draft Day Sports College Basketball, 310 points. That's the one that just came off of the record-setting season, now in through the off-season as we push towards a new year and try to build the most scholarships that I have ever had to offer, and things have not started off so well on that recruiting season. Draft Day Sports College Football, 75 points, 3 wins already on the season, and definitely having the best season that I've had in quite some time since the first year. Motorsport Manager wrapped up the season with 190 points in epic fashion. Huge constructors fight for 4th, 5th, and 6th place, with Williams in 4th entering the race, myself in 5th entering the race, and Ferrari all the way down in 6th place entering this race. I will not give you a spoiler, but I will tell you that it was absolutely an epic finish to the season. If you've not seen that series, if you've not seen that episode, go check it out. Season finale. That was a big, big episode, and it does not disappoint. I will tell you that the final finish for 4th, 5th, and 6th is incredibly close. All right, Pro Cycling Manager in the career mode, 205 points now, shattering 200. Last season didn't even get past 100. Now this season already at 200. And also at a pivotal time this week, we have the National Championships playing out. And then we're going to have the end of season signing of contract for next year, as well as signing of new guys. So we are going to get into that. We do have that key moment where we're going to be signing riders for next season. So it's the biggest episode of the year, and that takes place in this one. So also go check that one out. That one premiered yesterday. In the Pro Cyclist mode, nearing the end of La Vuelta, we still have a ways to go, but part 4 of what will be 6 parts covering La Vuelta. So next week, final 2 episodes. Next week we'll cover that. But we are coming near the end of that series with a Pro Cycling Manager 2019 Pro Cyclist mode going to replace that soon. We'll keep that career mode going on into next season. Football Manager 2019, it came to an end this week. And again, another epic finale. I don't know if I should give spoilers or not. It wasn't going to take much to win the title. And yeah, I'll go ahead and give you a spoiler on this one. Title is won. So League 1 title to me. I'm going to put Football Manager aside for a while. I'm not sure if I'm going to get into 2020 or not. I might. If I do, I'll be in the championship. And after starting down in the National League North, that is just an incredible achievement to be that far along. But we'll see. We'll see. But I end at 466 points on that one. If I do start the championship, I'd be starting at 400 points just for playing in the championship. So we'd already have a pretty good point total in Football Manager 2020. NBA 2K19. That series, not the season, but the series is coming to an end as well as I'm preparing for this transition with some new games coming to the channel, new series joining up as we hit summertime and hit that refresh button. Kind of a little late spring cleaning. We finished with 106 points in NBA 2K19, and all of those points came from a combination of three factors. One, my overall rating, finishing at a 68. 2, badges that I've earned, and I have 12 of those. 24 points in total, 2 for each one. And then the last 10 points was the first and only landmark that I hit on the season, which of course it was still pretty early in the year. We're only about a quarter of the way, or almost a third of the way into the season. My first season, and of course I started on the bench with limited minutes, and then now I've been a starter for about 10 games. So I've elevated that point. My numbers were up. I was getting almost 20 a game here of late. I was almost getting into double-double territory. I was getting about 8-9 rebounds a game, assists 3 or 4 a game. So all of those numbers were up. I was definitely bound to hit more landmarks this season, but without it continuing, not a lot of viewership on that one, and so we move on to another game. Dirt Rally 2.0, just about done. One race left to go, so next week will be the final episode on that one. I sit at 227 points now, as I score one more than our previous record at 6 points more than a week ago. All of that coming from crew points, as I'm not actually scoring points itself in the competitions. And then F1 2018, that career mode, will have one more episode next week before it moves on to F1 2019. On the all-time virtual best side, Football Manager, the only one moving, adding 7 points to its total. Last week it was promoted from 7th to 6th place, and that's where it finished. So that one will go into retirement, and I'll be down to just 2 active games in the top 10. But I do have 3 games just outside of the top 10. But one of those, well, it's finishing next week as well in F1 2018 career mode, so it's only going to have one more chance to outscore. And it's 23 points behind Football Manager 2018. That's going to be a difficult total to get. I expect that score to be higher, but I don't think I'll pick up 23 points in just one race weekend, so I have a feeling it's going to finish outside of the top 10 and never see it. Motorsport Manager certainly could, but it's at the end of the season, and it scored 190. Next season, I could see it getting close to that 300 total, if not above it. And then college football certainly could get there, but I don't know how or when it's going to get there, because I don't think we're quite yet a team that's going to be winning bowl games of any kind. Maybe. I mean, we were 6-6 the first year, and then won a bowl game to get that 300. We're 3-3 right now. Could happen. So maybe we could match it, but better it. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. But that's going to do it for this review special. We're going to take a quick glance as we end this one on that new lineup once again, with what games are out, what games are coming in. But that's going to do it. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Be sure to tune in next week, as we've got those new series coming to the channel. Already one launched this week in Factorio Diggy. That is a scenario, a modded scenario of Factorio, and it's really cool. Check it out. See the beginning of that as the first couple episodes premiered this week, and bye for now.